What is up, guys? Back with another one here. A little extended cab OBS. It is from Grease Monkey TV. He's got a YouTube channel. We're kind of a little collab with this. So I told him to drop it off. I'll do my thing. He's got quite a bit of money in it. Yeah, I mean, it's got some cool stuff in it. It's on Holley. It's got to go to, I think, a drag week event that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So you'll see it there too. But let's get on this thing and I'll explain some details as we go. I forget how clean the interior of this thing is. I mean, it's just, whew. Man, it's so clean. I want to just take my shoes off. Like, dude, I think I'm gonna go get a towel. It's kind of wet outside, so I think I'm gonna go get a towel and stick it right there. I mean, I know it's like it's an old GMC, and I know he wouldn't care too much, but I do. So let me go get a towel real quick. So this thing, so this is the second vehicle I've done from him. The first one, I'll leave the link in the description below. It was that C10. He also has a full build on it as well. He sold that one to do this truck. If you guys watch him, he's pretty meticulous about things, and I love the way he does things. Like, he doesn't just hack things up, and then you can just tell, like, this thing is just, everything has a spot, you know, like there's no empty spaces. Like, he even hated the vintage air thing, but he had to run it because of this, but it still has like the old tape deck and stuff in it, and I don't know where his stereo is, and I don't know if that still works. I've never driven this truck, but he does have a sound system in here and stuff. And it's just really just tasteful stuff. Got the Holley Terminator system sitting right there. I mean, it's just really well done. Really well done. Like it. Let me get this tune downloaded. Let me figure out how to hook up to it and all that stuff. And then it looks like, okay, he's got a splitter cable down there. Cool. Okay. Yeah, let me download the tune and stuff, and then we'll get started on it. All right. So he said he just ran the wizard on it, and then this is just the learn table. So what I like to do is, since we're just doing street tuning stuff, just fill in all this stuff and just make sure the wizard does its job properly. So this is a fully built Gen 3 6-liter. It's got like a thumper cam in it from Comp Cams. I think it's got a 4L80 and stuff in it. Let's look here. Yeah, 4L80 trans. I know it has a converter and stuff in it. I gotta ask him what it was. But what I like to do is look at the learn tables and make damn sure we're not dealing with anything crazy. So it looks okay. It's not bad. It's not gonna be perfect. So your fuel graph, that's what the wizard spit out right here. Look at the learn table right here. So you can tell we're like 27% rich according to the wideband here. And then kind of just a little rich right there and a lot lean right there. So what we're gonna do is transfer learning to base. Yes, I want to smooth them. And then go to your fuel graph, and it's gonna look like dog shit. So what you're gonna do, just smooth all for now. All right, you're gonna have a little hump up here, not a big deal. Just, it's gonna get better as you go. You're gonna drive it, all that stuff. So another thing I'm gonna look at too is the target AFR. He's targeting a 13.5 air fuel at idle. I don't want to do that. I want to do a 14.1, and then instead of me just clicking this, you can actually just type it in, but I'm lazy right now. I got one hand. 14.1. We're gonna do cruising at 14.5. How about that? Wide open throttle. We're gonna stick it with a 1250 right there. We're gonna change the simple table to 3 or 2D, and then we're gonna click the smooth button when we highlight this and this, so it kind of goes with the flow here. So you look at the graph here, and looks pretty damn good. It's not bad. A little choppy right there, but it's not terrible. That's gonna be just like right here. So I wouldn't even, here, we'll just smooth it. How about that? Make you guys happy. Yeah, there we go. Look how smooth that is now. Cool. We're gonna look at see what kind of timing we got in it. A simple timing table. Doesn't even have the 3D thing. Again, he's been driving around on this thing waiting on me so I can tune this. So the wizard only does so much. I know they sell these as a self-learning system, but they're not. You know, we'll run and drive, and he says it runs and drives just fine, but it's not dialed in, and it's not perfect. So I'm gonna change this to 2D right here. Wide open throttle, that's a little too much, that's a little too much timing right there. That's 30 degrees. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, instead of highlighting that whole thing, I'm gonna click it back to simple right here. I'm gonna put it at, let's go 26, enter. All right, sorry, I had to put the camera down for a minute. I don't know why it wasn't doing it, but I just manually did it. So I'm just gonna smooth it out right there. Again, instead of the Wizard having its all choppy stuff, we're just gonna have a nice and smooth table here. Again, we're gonna play with this a little later. Cranking parameters, that looks pretty good. Rev limiter set at 6,800, that's fine with me. Launch, retard, he has that one turned off right now. Let's see, another thing I like to do too that the Wizard doesn't do is add parameters for timing versus coolant temp. It's going to be zeroed out. So what you want to do here is, here's your temperature at the bottom right here. I'm going to leave negative 40 over here. I'm probably going to go, let's see, so since this is coolant temp, let's do 250. And if we're at 250, it shouldn't be running. So right click it. Actually, you can highlight the whole thing right here. Right click it, and then you see where it says fill row, or you can press R. It's gonna fill it all in for you. Look at that, it's nice and even. And then what I like to do is I'm gonna start taking timing away at 211 degrees here. So what, 1, 230, I'm gonna take out 3, and then 250, I'm gonna take out 5, 6. Again, it shouldn't reach over here, and if it does, it's gonna try to save itself. So timing versus air temp, same thing. This whatever an air temp you think is gonna be the max. So like this one, probably 200. And that's cooking. That would be royally cooking on this. So we're gonna highlight the whole thing. You can press Control A, that's another shortcut right there. Press R, fills it all in right there. And we're gonna start taking timing away per air temp. So probably 120 here, take out a degree. 136, take out 2 degrees. So on and so forth. Now you can do that over here too. You can just type in like, let's see, -5, enter. And then you can highlight this table up here, press R, oh, you gotta make sure this one's selected too. R, boom, and it just goes down like that instead of entering manually. So let's get this going right here. We're gonna adjust the transmission on the fly as well too. I'll show you all the transmission adjustments. A lot of this is being recorded on my phone too, because it actually has a higher quality than my GoPro. So I'm just gonna do it like this. And the screen recordings, man, they're not great on this laptop. And I noticed it's like a bitch to edit them. It's a lot easier to edit stuff from my phone. So bear with me with the shaky video like this. So we're gonna just go flash it and drive it. This thing is touchy. It's really touchy. I kind of like it. So he had a carburetor on it, and I mean, which is fine. I had a carbureted LS at one time. Fun car, like it's super simple. This thing's kind of peppy, dude. Kind of dig it. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys. Like I know you LS guys love that fake chop stuff, so I'm gonna show you how to add a fake chop table to this too. I don't think Brent's gonna want that, but it will actually help if you're actually having trouble with it idling. To make like not as aggressive as the fake chop, but damn, these brakes are touchy. It's not as aggressive as like that fake chop sound you hear on like every damn YouTube, TikTok, Instagram cammed video. It's like rap, 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 rap. Like this actually sounds really good right now. It actually had trouble starting back there, but I'm gonna drive it around and then see what these fuel trims are, and then I might mess with the startup enrichment on it, so we're gonna have to play with it a little bit. So I'll show you how to do all that stuff. The spark, the overspeed and the underspeed that you see on HB tuners, that's how you get that fake chop sound. You can play with, you can actually add a table in Holley to do that as well. And again, I'll show you how to do it. I'm probably not gonna do it with this one, just because I'm a huge fan of just having it run normal. I'm not trying to stick a banana down my pants, and I don't think he is either. Because when you pull your pants down, it's just going to be really disappointing. You catch my drift. I'm trying to act like it's bigger than what it really is. This thing's set up pretty nice. I like this. I already like this thing. I'm going to be honest with you, I like this thing better than that C10 that he had. The only thing I hated about the C10 was the seating position of it. I hated the seating position of that truck, but that's with every C10 that I've driven. I've never been comfortable in a square body. I'm I'm very comfortable in this thing. I like this thing. But a square body, like I'm just, I feel like I'm sitting like this in them. They feel really odd. Love the way they look and stuff. They're cool trucks, but they ain't for me. It's just that seating position. If they would change it, like if somebody can make something to change that, it'd be perfect. Anyway, enough ranting. Let's go drive this thing around for a little while, get some fuel trims dialed in, and show you my adjustments. First impressions. I put about 10 miles on it. This thing's pretty peppy. I like it. It rides really well. The brakes, holy shit, the things are touchy, but they work really well. Holley's doing his job. It's I haven't transferred anything yet. I'm gonna save that. I'll show you what it learned and all that stuff. So right now I'm on this beautiful stretch of roadway in Collinsville, and it's usually a stretch of road where I can just like stop and go as I please. Do whatever I want to do because there's no traffic around here, etc., etc., etc. And I'm literally just creeping because I'm trying to fill in this one table on a little column because I'm a little meticulous sometimes too. So, excuse me. Nice truck. Kind of makes me want to extend the cab OBS now. Yeah, it's funny, like when I was a kid, these things were everywhere. You had like the, I want to say Trailmaster, you had the, what is it, USA Customs ones. They had all the wood grain and stuff in it. They had the overhead console with the wood grain. Some of them even had a little TV back here, a CRT TV. Not no LCD stuff. I'm talking about the 90s, baby. Some of them had a VCR. I remember I had a babysitter. She had a Chevy van that had a TV and a VCR in it, and we thought we were just royalty in that thing. And then we learned how to hook up the Super Nintendo in it, and we were really the talk of the neighborhood. It didn't make any difference though. I mean, it's kind of hard to play Nintendo in a van that's rocking going on the highway anyway. So anyway, enough about childhood memories. But yeah, they had all kinds of little like options for these trucks, man. They were kind of neat. But I remember seeing these things everywhere. Everybody had one of these OBS trucks. I guess I mean they weren't really called OBSs back in the day. Maybe they were called new body style because they were new. Comment down below what you think they called them. I don't know. I don't know what they called them. I was 10, 11 years old when these things came out. All right. So we drove around for quite a while. It's still learning a little bit right there, but nothing crazy. It's all in percentages. I think it's still a little lean up here, so I'm gonna manually go in here and add like 3%, you know, across the board right here. But everything else actually looks really good. It's gonna take a minute to fill these tables. So after you're done with this, you're gonna want to change the learning. See, it's at 50% right now. You probably want to knock that down to about 15 at the most. Probably, I'd go 10, but 15 would be all right. You want to do that one and the learn parameters too. You want to knock them all the way down. Now, this transmission shifts a little soft for my liking. So, you're going to think duty cycle, the more it is, the more pressure it is. That's the opposite. In this one, you're going to go the lower the number, the higher the pressure. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to select this whole table. I'm going to offset it by pressing O. I'm going to take away 20%, and you literally type in 20%. Oh, not 05, but there we go, shift. And then, okay, boom, that's first gear. That's probably a little too much. Let me go in here and do this manually with two hands, and I'll show you my end result. So I went in here and just took out 10% across the board on every single gear. If you do want to go backwards though, you literally hit Control Z. Like if you mess up, it'll just go back to that previous setting right there. A little fun fact. All right, I adjusted the transmission a little bit. Let's just see if it feels good. It's got a 3800 stall in it, so it's gonna eat up a little of that pressure. Oh, I can actually feel it shift now. That's good. I don't feel like a CVT. Yeah, it's kind of soft. Well, adjusted a little bit more fueling. Nothing crazy. I didn't touch the timing yet. It feels pretty good. You can actually feel the difference between first, second, and third now. But yeah, that's how you adjust the transmission pressures on those. The Wizard does a pretty good job of speed. You just enter in what you want and it'll spit out some numbers. Just make sure you know your tire size and your gear ratio. It feels pretty good. Not bad. I mean, it's gonna feel soft because I mean it's a 3800 stall. Like it's just gonna feel that way. So feels pretty good though. Fuel trims look a lot closer. He said it was a fully built 6-liter. He don't know to what extent though, because he bought the motor that way. It's a mother thumper cam, I think. It's like a 226 237. Sorry, a stage 2 thumper cam. Give it the beans. We'll go see what kind of fuel trims we got. So when I give it the beans on one of these, I still look at the AFR gauge. Like I don't just go off of what the fuel learn table is. You can't just do that. You gotta look and see what the actual wideband's reading, because it could be a little too late. Like it's gonna only adjust so much. It can't just adjust like that. So you really need to know what it's doing and adjust accordingly. So let's go make a hit with it, and let's go see what she can do. See if we can get a little hit right here. All right, fake chop explained. You want to come in here, add an advanced table, 1D table right there. You want to do the table type, time and offset, x-axis, RPM. Just pause the video and copy all this right here. So the table will be active when the TPS is below 2%. You don't want this shit active when you're driving, because it's gonna sit there and do this shit right here. So right now I have it active. You can hear it. It's sitting there just jumping all over the place. So you have to find your middle ground. So whatever idle this thing is at, that's where your middle ground right here is gonna be, and that's where your zero is gonna be. So right now it's around 800, and that's where I have it kind of set at. So if you go like 750, like right here, let's try 800 right here and see what it does. Oh, there it goes. See how it's jumping around? That's what that fake chop is. That's exactly what the fake chop is. It's just timing, blah, blah, blah. So you got your timing right here, negative and positive. You want it set up just like this. Again, if you need to pause the video, pause it, copy these tables down. If you have it set up wrong, like it's not going to do this. So say I have, let's just change this to 900. See how it instantly smoothed out? It didn't like that. So Control Z, go backwards, and then it's should come down. Like I said, play with this stuff at your own risk. This is exactly how you get fake chop out of a Terminator setup, or any Holley smart control setup. Let me try to fix this. right here, kind of a little hilly, but that's, I mean, that's what it wanted. So according to HP Tuners, or according to Holley, that's what it wanted. So let's go over the spark table. Looking good. Got idle right there. Kind of driving a little harsh. Kind of driving a little light. Giving it the beans. So looks good. What else we got? Transmission settings. That's pretty boring stuff. I softened up the TCC on it. Made it begin rate at 30% and then ending at 97. It's kind of hitting a little hard, and I lengthened up the lockup timing a little bit and just matched it on the unlock too. So, and then it only locks in 4th gear. That's totally fine, and then at that speed. So not a big deal. But yeah, if you ever want to mess with your torque converter settings for lockup, there you go. That's a pretty good one to start with right there. They're pretty harsh from the factory, depending on what converter you got. So I set up this nitrous thing. I've never really messed with a nitrous setup with Holley before. I've done boost, but I've never really messed with a nitrous one. So kind of set it up accordingly, making it retard timing above 2,600 RPM. It's never gonna hit this in spray, so whatever. And then we have it minimum RPM 3,500 and then maximum 62, a little bit before the shift point. So I have it shifting at 6,300. Got a lean cutoff of 13.5. Got a rich cutoff at 10.0. Actually, I might raise that to like 13.7 because it might just be lean just a touch right on the hit, and I don't want it to be like, oh, I want to spray, so let me change that. Other than that, looking pretty good. I mean, it's world's better than the Wizard, so that's all I can say. But yeah, that'll be it for this one.